So, which is one of the most influential fandom in the northwest region of Cameroon, has embarked on a trip to Berlin, Germany, to ensure that he returns with the old status which was stolen during the colonial era, noting that that's a von Bibglo the second embarked on this trip to hold talks with the German authorities to facilitate the return of Ngonnso, a traditional status of his fandom stolen during the colonial periods. Ngonnso is expected to return together with other precious artifacts which were stolen during the era. After Ngonnso, the founder of the Ngonnso dynasty led them to their new kingdom in the 14th century after they broke away from the Tikar tribe. Ngonnso is therefore named as a mother deity in the Ngonnso culture, and a monument was built in her honor and also known as the Ngonnso. Noting that German forces and the Ngonnso tribe had a hostile relationship from 1901 to 1903 until German troops overthrew the Ngonnso government at the time, and the kingdom was then forced to pay taxes, work as slaves, and had no freedom. Although it is not clear to date how Ngonnso was acquired, it is generally believed that the colonial officer called von Pavel and his men forced the Ngonnso people in handling up the Ngonnso statues. In 1903, the monument was subsequently given to the Berlin Ethnological Museum. At the moment, the monument is on exhibit to the Humboldt Forum, noting that the traditional ruler, who is regarded as the legitimate owner of all objectives and all objects on behalf of the Ngonnso people, shall, during this visit, lead an entourage through the various German museums and hold pertinent conversation in context of restitution of other royal objects. Despite having ruled his people since 1993, this is said to be the first encounter he shall be having with deity that was meant to bestow upon him the spirit of wisdom and discernment to effectively rule his people. According to report, ever since an announcement was made to return the statues to the rightful owner, no concrete action was taken by the German authorities to release this. Hence, von Bibglo II, is leading a powerful delegation to the German capital, where the 27 old other royal objects missing from the fandom have reportedly been recovered in the Linden Museum, which are currently being negotiated to be sent back home. A program of its visit, which began on the 12th and which will be ending on the 18th of November 2022, which was officially sent out. And of course, he's expected to visit the Ngonnso in an exhibit in Berlin upon arrival, and later on hold a short exchange with the Ngonnso people at the Humboldt Forum, where the Ngonnso would then be taken off to the exhibition to a secret location and prepared a return to the Ngonnso land. While in Stuttgart, the Paramount ruler of Ngonnso also visited the Linden Museum to see other objects, after which he will meet the German Minister of Science and Research and also Arts and Culture to discuss further how some of those objects will possibly be restituted. One of the key questions many are asking is whether the Germans are going to pay reparation done to the Ngonnso people, or whether they return on Ngonnso as if nothing ever happened. These and many other questions will be answered in the days and weeks ahead. Of course, we say congratulations to von Bibglo for the wonderful move and for the great and energetic move he took over there to visit the Berlin, Germany, to make sure that what belongs to them should be given back to them. At this point, we also stay in Cameroon. We say congratulations to the latest Miss Cameroon 2023 session, noting that Isse Princess, who was the Miss Littora, has been crowned the Miss Cameroon 2023, as she was crowned by the First Lady Chantal Biya during yesterday's Miss Cameroon competition, which took place in Yaoundé, Central Region of Cameroon. Elected winner, she was followed by Mona Lisa, Miss Southwest, and of course Riza, Miss West Region, where Princess officially replaced Julia Samantha, who was the former Miss Cameroon for 2022 session. She returns home with a cash prize of 5 million CFR and a brand new car and apartment, and she equally will be placed under 100,000 monthly salary.